Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome. We're coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is going to be a night of championship action coming your way. This is Payback, and tonight, Jess, we are going to see some truly amazing matchups.
Well, no doubt about it. I'll tell you right now, I am looking forward to the world title match. Seth freaking Rollins going to be going one-on-one with the one, the only Shinsuke Nakamura.
Indeed, we're going to see the head-to-head. It's been working out for weeks now, but we saw what happened over the last couple of weeks between Damian, Finn Balor. They're going to get it out of their systems, they claim, here tonight.
Well, I'm not real sure about that. I can tell you right now, the bad blood seems to be a little bit thick right now. And I'm not sure if these dudes are going to settle it up or not. But Extreme Rules, that means we're going to have a winner tonight.
Indeed. And after what just took place 24 hours ago, Jimmy Uso stepping inside the squared circle to go one-on-one with John Cena, who makes his return.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be very interesting and very entertaining, and too, to see what happens when those two dudes butt heads.
And then, of course, one of the big ones everyone's been talking about, the tag team titles will be on the line when Kevin Owens, Sami Zayne put them up against Ilya Dragonov and McDonough of the new Nexus.
Well, the Nexus have been absolutely unstoppable here since this big new Nexus revival has taken place. Wade Barrett's done a tremendous job of putting together a team that has dominated the landscape, and I've got no doubt they're going to continue to do it here tonight.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it will be a memorable night of wrestling action here on the Nation Network. I want to thank you for being here with us as we get ready to kick things off. We're going to send you to ringside. Once again, coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this is Payback.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, LA Knight.
Well, when we talk about the words in a bet exchange, we've got to remember no love lost between LA Knight and his opponent here tonight, The Miz.
Indeed. Many people refer to this man as a throwback. Perhaps he is, but what's wrong with that? The fans love him, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Well, The Miz has never exactly been the loved individual, and there was some personal commentary being made in exchange both ways last night. We're going to see how much of that carries over here to tonight. The bad blood is there, but how bad is it?
Oh, and take a look who's accompanying The Miz to the ring.
Accompanied by Maurice from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz.
Well, he is the original A-lister as far as I'm concerned. The Miz coming out here with Maurice, and I don't think you could have kept her away from this one after the words that were said last night.
How much of that do you buy into? And do you think it had a psychological effect on The Miz?
Well, look, it's the fact of the matter is The Miz has been a success in everything he's done from a very early on time when he was doing reality TV shows. He told everyone he was going to be a WWE superstar. They laughed at him then. Ended up going on to be a world champion, defeats John Cena at WrestleMania. The rest is history. So why would I doubt him here tonight at Payback?
Well, I don't know that you would doubt him, but here we go to find out, because only one of these two men is going to leave with their hand raised in victory here tonight.
Never bet against the dude who has the massive balls. That's my saying.
And first into the turnbuckle.
Oh, and he split wide open early on in this one. Look at this.
The Miz is busted open.
We might have to call him Ms. Moxley.
Series of rights, left and a big chop, and now the Miz firing back. Oh, he's not happy about this one at all. LA Knight now on the receiving end as he heads towards the ropes. The referee better stay out of the way of this one. Oh my goodness.
Want to send a shout out to some folks watching us here right now. We've got M. Hawk in the house. Infrared TV is here as well. J-Rock's joining us, and Kevin Davis.
Great to have everybody here live on the Nation Network for Payback here tonight on this history-making evening in professional wrestling. Going for the cover, hook and a leg. Miz down and kicks out. How much do you think that wound on the head of the Miz, especially so early in the match, might be affecting him?
Well, there's different ways that it could be affected him. It could be the fact that it's actually getting in his eyes, and it could also be the fact that he's like, oh my God, I'm already hurt. The match just began.
Oh, head first on the floor.
Well, that was pretty much the same as the blunt force trauma. I can't get the words out. The BFT.
Indeed, very similar indeed. And now, boot to the midsection. And Miz careening all the way down towards the steel steps. Firing back once again, LA Knight managing to dodge that one. Has him up on the shoulders. Looks like a backbreaker almost, and then just drops him. Big clothesline, and the Miz goes down once again.
LA Knight right now starting to take over in this one. Drops the elbow, and now the Miz slowly staggering back to his feet.
You hear the boos raining down from the stands, and LA Knight comes right back up with a big uppercut and drops the Miz in the middle of the ring. There's one, there's two, and he comes out the back door once again. Back to his feet. Oh, nice move right there. Great reversal.
Well, the Miz is dazed right now. He doesn't know exactly where he is. And here's where that injury might be playing a bigger role than I would have necessarily thought in the beginning.
Big clothesline off the rope. Gets one, gets two, and again the Miz able to escape.
Nice up kick, great timing right there. The Miz not done yet.
Rolls him off, goes for the pin, but he's in the ropes. Maurice cheering him on here from ringside. LA Knight trying to come back here. Look at this. Boot to the midsection. Drops him with a DDT. Oh, now Maurice, what is she doing up there?
Well, she probably saw something she didn't agree with, and now look at this. Distraction is your biggest enemy.
2 count, and he managed to kick out. Look at Miz trying to steal one here. And LA Knight not going to fall for it.
Well, that's not true. He did fall for it. He just got lucky that he survived it. Say what you will about The Miz. He is a veteran. He's a guy who's been around for a lot of years. He's done it all.
Oh, and he just caught him on the way down. He baited him in.
That's exactly my point. He suckered him right into that one, and he fell for it.
The Miz hammering away on the head now. And now LA Knight, he's been busted open.
Well, this is a blood fight right now. Both men have spilled blood in this one, and that's how personal this thing has been.
No love lost indeed. As The Miz dives him up from behind, series of knees to the back, drops him on the back of his head. That might be enough.
Oh, and now he's got a few words for him. And again, the fan's not happy, but I don't think he gives a rat's. What just happened?
They lost track of the time, and they were counted out.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
Well, the official decision, double count out. Nobody's going to get the win in that one.
Well, I don't think anything was settled in that one either.
Definitely not.
The phone is a six-woman tag team match. On the way to the ring, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, and Bayley Damage Control.
As we take a look at Damage Control making their way down to the ring, we saw what happened just this past week. We don't have any concrete proof, but Liv Morgan was taken down and is unable to compete in this six-woman tag team match tonight.
Well, you know what? Bayley did the right thing and said, hey, if you guys want to compete 3-on-2, we'll still go ahead with the match. What's wrong with that?
Well, Raquel did not agree to that. As a matter of fact, she said, I made a phone call to somebody who would love to be our partner here tonight. Someone who knows Bayley.
Well, I don't think it's fair that they have a mystery partner. At least let them know who they're going up against so they can prepare properly.
Well, here comes Becky Lynch. Big time Bex, and it's as big as it gets right here at Payback.
And their opponents, first, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
When you talk about a storied past, Becky Lynch and every member of Damage Control, they go back in time. There's no love lost here for sure.
Absolutely not. And right now, there is a frenzy for the Women's Championship. And Becky Lynch feels that she should be at the top of that list.
Well, everybody feels they should be, but at the end of the day, wins and losses are going to determine. And here's a big opportunity. It might be a six-man match. Doesn't matter, though. If you were the one that scores the winning pin or submission, that's got to be something that the powers that be would look at favorably, I would suspect.
From Rio Grande Valley, Texas,
Raquel Rodriguez, she is a powerful lady, no doubt about it. Tremendous in-ring talent, and her stock continues to rise each and every time she steps inside that squared circle.
Well, I'll tell you, when Bayley made the offer of 3-on-2, I didn't feel it was a disadvantage because look at Raquel. That girl's put together, and I'm waiting now to find out who the heck her partner's going to be. Who did she choose?
Well, I dare say we're about to find out. Didn't take her long from what she said. Who is it gonna be?
And from Orlando, Florida.
Are you kidding me?
What?
That's Izzy Moreno.
I thought she was just a fan.
Recently launching her in-ring career. Longtime fan of Bayley back when she was a hugger. And now gonna get in the ring and go, perhaps toe-to-toe with her idol.
Well, how's that for gratitude for you? All those times where Bayley was taking her under her wing and now she's going to come out here and fight against her? You know, if I'm Raquel and I'm Becky, I have to wonder, is this girl going to be loyal or not? Where her loyalties lie is the question to me.
Oh, I think she is going to be very loyal to her teammates. Only 16 years old, my goodness. Becky Lynch starting things off against Dakota Kai. Did you notice the look on the face of Bayley when she saw who the partner was?
Yeah, she looked a little surprised at first, but then she just started laughing.
Rodriguez getting a shot in from behind, and now look at this. Oh, there's a welcome to the WWE.
Dakota Kai taking a quick shot at the youngster, giving her a chance to feel what it's like to be in the ring, in a real ring.
Becky Lynch has Dakota Kai in a compromised position, drops that leg, goes to the ropes again, and once again. Irish whip into the rope. She goes. Turnbuckle. There it comes. Oh, look at this. Caught that back elbow. But Dakota's still too close to the wrong part of town. Tag made. And now Raquel Rodriguez double teaming with Becky Lynch as Dakota goes on that. So look at this. What are they going to do here?
Double back suplex off the top rope. Wow. When you talk about impact, I beg your pardon. Dakota Kai's going to be feeling that for a week.
Dakota trying to fight her way back here and doing a great job of it. That back heel kick right to the face. And now shouting at Raquel. Not sure that's what you want to do. Don't anger this woman, because I got news for you. She is more than capable of handling herself. Breaking free of the grasp just before she's got into the wrong part of town.
Well, as we mentioned on time and time again, when you're tag team wrestling, you've got to dominate that ring. You've got to cut it in half. Keep your opponent on your half of it.
Nice move right there by Dakota Kai. Goes for the cover. Thinks she might have Raquel. I highly doubt that. But she got a 2 count before Raquel got that shoulder up.
Yeah, she kicked out, but I'll tell you what, she does look like she had trouble doing it.
Nice jawbreaker that time, and Raquel tied up here. This could be a bad situation. There's that inverted neck breaker, dropping her head first. There's a tag, and now Io Sky is the legal member of Damage Control. Look at her go. We talk about women who think they are at the top of the line for the Women's Championship match. Io Sky is one of those women.
Well, Io's had a tremendous run, and since losing the women's tag team titles now, that kind of frees her up a little bit.
The size and strength advantage of Raquel Rodriguez coming in. And there's a big kick right to the head, and down goes Io Sky. Irish whip sends her to the ropes, back out front, catches her. Oh, and she drove her into the canvas with that one. Save had to be made by Bayley. And look at this. Izzy get a hold of her longtime idol and sends her over the top rope.
Yeah, but look at Io Sky comes in and makes her pay the price.
Going for the cover. Will that be enough? Oh my word, these ladies letting it all go tonight. It is personal.
Well, Raquel said whoever did whatever they did to Liv Morgan, and we know that it appears somebody clobbered her with that stop sign.
Hard to believe, with all the security footage around there, nobody has any video evidence of what took place. I know local law enforcement was looking into it. We have not heard anything conclusive at this point in time, but we do expect to find out. Io Sky now on the receiving end of some extra attention. Oh, look at Izzy getting a shot in there, and Io looking over her shoulder like, did you just do that?
Well, she was able to kick Izzy off, but that took her attention away from the real problem, and the real problem is Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh, look at that. What a move. She caught her. Tremendous move right there by Io Sky.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I believe she is justified in saying that she should be in line for the World Championship. She's going up against somebody as big and powerful right here as Raquel Rodriguez, and she's doing a tremendous job for herself.
Tag made, and now, oh, here comes Bayley. Swing and a miss. Irish whip over the top she goes. Tag is made. Izzy Moreno is the legal member, and she's going right after Bayley.
I can't believe what I'm saying right now. This kid's 16 years old, and she's going after her own idol.
A lot of people didn't care for what happened when Bayley turned her back on the fans, and there was no bigger fan than Izzy Moreno. Goes for the stomp, nobody home. Bayley swinging a miss. And now small package. Has her rolled up in the middle. No, couldn't keep her down. This young lady, a house on fire here. Series of chops and kicks back and forth, dropping Bayley on her head, and now go for the cover again.
Referee busy trying to get Io Sky out of the ring.
And now Bayley able to catch that boot. Gonna try and turn things around right here. Just ramming the head of Izzy Moreno into the canvas. Oh, look at this. Look at that.
Well, she called her a loser. Why not?
Izzy not having any of it.
Turned her back, and that's a mistake you don't want to make.
Io Sky now in there against the youngster. Drop down, nicely done. Deep arm drag. Well done by Izzy Moreno. I've got to tell you, for someone only 16 years old, handling herself very well in this one. Tag is made. How many years did we watch this young lady sitting ringside, cheering Bayley on in NXT?
Well, that was then, and this is now, and clearly times have changed. Got to give credit, I suppose, where it's due, in the fact that she always wanted to be a wrestler. A lot of kids feel that way, but she actually made it happen.
And now Becky Lynch takes her down with that Uranagi. Goes for the cover, and the save is made.
Well, the save had to be made, otherwise it wouldn't have happened. The match would be over by right now if it weren't for that.
Oh, look at Izzy taking a cheap shot.
Well, you called it, not me, but I'll tell you what, there's going to be a payback.
And now Io Sky, flatlines her, and now has her in a submission. Save is made. Raquel Rodriguez able to do it just in the nick of time. Head first into the turnbuckle, and now here comes the tag made. Dakota Kai comes in. Double back body drop. Sends the young lady all the way up in the air. Now Dakota sensing that the end may be near. Oh, she's out. Save made by Raquel. Rodriguez once again went for the clothesline. And gets planted with a backbreaker. Look at this, a tag made down to Bayley.
Well, Bayley's going to get a chance right now to teach her old friend a new lesson.
Bayley to belly suplex. And it's over. Bayley scores a victory. As we take a look back at some of the great moments from this one.
Well, it was a nice little thing while it lasted, but guess what? All good things come to an end, and that's what we just saw right here.
That Bayley to belly suplex drove the life out of Izzy Moreno. But something tells me we haven't heard the last of this young lady. Damage control with a big victory. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. Titles still to be decided here tonight. Part of Payback.
Everybody's favorite time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the big matches tonight we've been looking forward to. Shinsuke Nakamura coming down the aisle with a chance to make history here tonight if he can wrestle away the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, Seth Rollins has been a very worthy champion in the short time that this championship title has existed, but I'll tell you something right now, he's the only one defending a world title in the men's category right now, so for my money, he is the only real world champion.
Well, that said, we know that Roman Reigns over on the SmackDown brand is indeed the unified world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I know, but when is the last time he's defended the title? When's the next time when's the last time he showed up? Where I come from, we wrestle. We show up 5-6 days a week, 300 days a year. We put titles on the line.
And here comes the reigning world heavyweight champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, this crowd's in great voice here tonight. How about you? Are you going to sing for us?
I don't think so, no. Seth Rollins heading down towards the ring. He and Shinsuke Nakamura were tag team partners just a month ago. Successful, I might add, and then from out of nowhere,
Well, you know what? The Japanese have a history of attacking us when we're not expecting it. He should have been expecting it. And say what you will about Shinsuke Nakamura and his actions, they got him right here, the payback and a World Championship title match. So who's the real fool?
he could have asked him for a match. I am sure he would have granted it.
He did ask him. He just delivered a kick right to the back of his head. You don't think that's a pretty direct way of asking somebody?
Introducing the challenger from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura. And his opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, he is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
Indeed, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, take a long look at that championship title because it might be the last time you hold it, buddy. In my opinion, you're looking at the new world champion right there in Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shout out to Dwight Race joining us here live for Payback on the Nation Network. Referee calls for the bell, and Shinsuke Nakamura wasting no time at all, coming right after the champion.
Smart move right there. You want to set the tempo. You want to set the pace, especially in a championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura is doing exactly what he should be doing.
Driving that knee into the side of the head of Seth Rollins once again. Recently, Shinsuke Nakamura, upon accepting this match, whispered in the ear of Seth Rollins to watch your back, referring to what he perceives to be back injuries. Oh my goodness, the champion just got wiped out on the floor.
Well, you know what? In professional wrestling, the reality is this: everybody's got a bad back. You can't do this for any length of time and not have back injuries. However, when you're a champion, it's a whole other world, unless your name is Roman Reigns and you don't wrestle anymore.
Irish whip into the ropes. It is indeed a champion schedule with a sling blade. Nicely done, and now Seth Rollins trying to get back in control of this one. Rollins driving that knee right to the small of the back of Shinsuke Nakamura. How ironic would that be? Big knee strike to the head, might have knocked him out. Rollins goes for the cover. And Nakamura able to kick out on one.
Well, I'll tell you, it makes me wonder a little bit when you see Seth Rollins try to get a quick pinfall like that, if maybe there is something going on with that back. He's trying to get out of this match as quickly as possible.
Well, as you know, neither of these men is paid by the hour, so the faster you can get to that title, save yourself and your body a little pain and suffering at the same time. Another one count. Big right hand finding its mark, and now Seth from behind. The rear waist lock didn't work out very well for him.
Shinsuke Nakamura, this is a tremendous talent. His own country of Japan, he is a household name. Now here in America, they know him as well. Soon they might know him as the World Heavyweight Champion.
Rollins with a snap suplex, and I'll tell you what, Shinsuke Nakamura would love nothing more than to be able to bring that championship title back to Japan with him. Here's the Irish whip to the rope, swing and a miss. And now Rollins comes up. Big kick right to the chest. Oh my goodness, you can hear that up in the cheap seats.
Every one of those was a clenched fist. I just want to point that out because when you see Shinsuke do something a little bit underhanded, remember who drew first blood, so to speak.
Nice suplex right there by Nakamura, who's very pleased with himself. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, thinks he's going to have the championship off of that. I don't think so. Got a 2 count and now ties up again with Seth Rollins. Has him across the shoulders. There's that neck breaker. Oh, that one snapped his neck badly.
Yeah, he's feeling the effects of that move.
He ducked out the first one, but Nakamura caught him with the reverse.
Here's the thing, both of these guys are tremendous athletes. You can't take nothing away from that. But Nakamura is probably just as lethal with his feet as he is with his hands, and maybe even more so. So you've really got to watch every aspect of this man. It's not just as simple as a grappling match, a wrestling match, or a fight. He'll get you each and every way possible from every angle imaginable.
Good point right there by the body. And now Nakamura doing pretty well for himself in this match thus far. Going up to the top again. Had success earlier. Will he do it again? No, this time he missed. And that's a long way down when you don't land on anything but the floor.
Yeah, that one's definitely going to be a mistake he's going to have to remember.
Falcon Arrow here on the floor. And now Shinsuke Nakamura feeling the effects. Seth Rollins going up slowly to the top rope. Frog splash, and he's got him. Hooks the leg. Here's one. Here's two. Oh, my goodness, I thought he had him.
Almost retained the title right there, but almost doesn't count.
Nakamura, what's he thinking? There's a clothesline and another clothesline. Big super kick, and down goes Rollins. He's in the middle of the ring, shoulders down for 1, 2, and almost out a new world champion.
Dangerously close right there, and if you're Seth Rollins, you better figure something out quickly because right now Nakamura is knocking on the door of becoming the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Nakamura on that top rope one more time, and Rollins is up. Got caught with that crossbody block. How much more is he going to have to take? Oh, that's it! Kinshasa hooks the leg. We've got a new champion. Rollins is out.
No, he somehow manages to get out the back door. I don't know how he survived.
Shinsuke Nakamura can't figure it out either. Oh, my word. Seth Rollins planting him head first into the canvas. And now Shinsuke on Queer Street.
Well, Rollins looked like he was going to do something there, and then second thought changed his mind and bought a little bit of time for Shinsuke Nakamura. The question is, was it enough?
Rollins tee it up right here. Oh, curb stop, and he busted him open.
It's all over right now.
And it's a successful title defense for Seth freaking Rollins. He retains the World Championship here at Payback.
Well, this was one hell of a back and forth match. Give both of these dudes credit for this one. I want to see a rematch because it was that damn good.
Here is your winner, and still WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, both of these men were busted open in this one, fans. Stick around, more to come. Still got tag team titles to decide.
Reach for the
Take a look.
Representing the Judgment Day from New York, New York, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
Well, somehow Damian Priest got a hold of the Money in the Bank, but he's already lost that. He cashed it in. That's why we're here tonight.
Well, he somehow did indeed get his hands on that case, and while he no longer has a right to the contract, he cashed that in. Perhaps he's bringing it here as a memento to remind Finn Balor why we're doing this.
Well, both men blame each other for the fact that they're not the world champion. They both have had opportunities with Seth Rollins. Both came up short for different reasons, but when it comes to Damian Priest, his reason might be a little bit more legitimate.
And his opponent, representing the Judgment Day from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor.
Well, we heard Rhea Ripley addressing Finn Balor earlier in the week, and she told him, listen, you guys get on the same page, because one way or another, after Payback, lines are going to be drawn, sides are going to be chosen, and she's not sure where she is going to have her alliances.
Well, the friction here between these two dudes in particular with Judgment Day has been just going on and on for a long time now. It's been building. They try to get past it. Looks like they have. And then the next thing you know, here we are at Judgment and Payback, I beg your pardon.
Fans may be split down the middle on this one. I'm not sure that either of these men are particularly light. Keep in mind, Judgment Day over a year ago was the brainchild of superstar Edge. And they unceremoniously cut him loose from the group he designed.
Well, Edge thought he was going to take them under his wing and develop them, but at the end of the day, the tables got turned and they said, we don't need you. We're good enough on our own.
There was a period of time where it appeared that the Judgment Day may have run its course, and then they got a second wind and have been doing tremendous things until...
Well, that's the thing about the gold. It really will turn people evil on one another. Friends become enemies.
Look at Finn Balor early on. Going after, another swing and a miss, and the speed on display. Of course, Finn Balor himself, a former World Heavyweight Champion, never really had a chance to defend that title due to an injury. Backstabber, nicely done. Finn Balor standing over Damian Priest. Oh, Priest caught him that time.
Yeah, well, he wasn't as quick that time as he's been in the... Oh, look at this. Damian Priest going to go underneath. Why not? It's a table. Everything is legal in this one, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to settle this dispute once and for all right here tonight.
Finn Balor getting the upper hand and the advantage early on in this one as Damian Priest. What's he got in mind here? Springboard and nobody home.
Got to question the thought process of Damian Priest going for that maneuver at this point in the match. He had done nothing to set him up for it.
And a DDT, nicely done. Damian Priest into that table he goes. Oh, wait a minute. Finn Balor has him up in the air through the table.
He just sent him crashing through that table, and the fans on their feet, they're already loving what they're seeing.
Finn Balor dominating thus far. Oh, and there's a big shot by the former Senior Money in the Bank.
Well, this time he connects with that springboard off the ropes, and Damian has the size and power advantage, and now he's finally starting to hit with some of this stuff and make something happen.
There it is again, and he connects. Devastating forearm. And now Finn Balor slowly picking himself up. Face first planted, and that could be the match. Will that be it? Oh, 2 3/4 count. And now Finn Balor back up. Damian Priest in a turnbuckle, and he got caught with that drop kick. Once again to the turnbuckle he goes, follows him in. And now to the ropes. Drop kick, caught him. Finn Balor feeling the rush of adrenaline perhaps. Irish whip over the top and down to the floor he goes.
Well, Finn Balor right now is in control, and he knows it.
Oh, he just struck the table.
His head bounced off of the chair here ringside. I'll tell you what, this is getting a little bit too close for me.
Damian Priest now went for the clothesline, and nobody was home. Damian is in trouble here on the floor. Oh, a big forearm, and down he goes. This is unbelievable. What is going on here?
I have no idea what is going on.
That's Uncle Howdy.
What the hell is he doing here?
Uncle Howdy he's coming out towards the ring.
Finn Balor's trying to figure it out as well. I'd like to know what he's doing here. He's got no business in this.
Oh, does he or doesn't he? Uncle Howdy heading towards the ring, drawing the attention of Finn Balor.
Well, Finn's not too happy. I can't blame him.
This intrusion on this matchup that was almost, it looked like it was about to be. That's Bray Wyatt. And he just hit him with Sister Abigail.
Well, this is just getting out of control now. I mean, I know it's a no disqualification match, but for the love of Pete.
And now look at this, back up. Finn Balor's down. I'm not even sure if Damian Priest knows what happened.
Well, whether he knows or not doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, he's taking advantage.
South of heaven. And goes for the cover, not like this. He gets the win.
What an impressive victory indeed for Damian Priest. Hey, you gotta take advantage of whatever they give you, and in this case, that's a hell of an advantage, wasn't it?
Oh, I'll tell you what, he had a lot of outside help to make this one a reality.
Here is your winner, Damian Priest.
Damian Priest gets the win. I don't know how proud you can be. Well, now wait a minute, here they are.
Well, it looks like they might have a moment of reckoning here. Let's see what happens.
Damian Priest, wait a minute, what's he doing? What is he doing? Oh, he's got Finn Balor. Oh, my goodness.
Well, that is devastating right there. That is going to be something that's going to definitely be lingering. Finn Balor's in trouble.
Big right hand, and Finn Balor collapsing into the apron. And now once again up and getting ready to drive him down onto the knee. Is this over?
Well, I'll tell you right now, it might have been over with the match, but I tell you what's happening outside the ring now, I don't know that they're settling anything.
Fans will be back with more in just a moment.
Let's go. Bad out there, folks. Real bad. But I got a solution. Stay in tonight and lock your doors. Boss, that her? We find her?
No, just more trash on the side of the road. Looks like Calypso's got himself another driver for this year's contest. She was the one. She was the only one. There have been so many people I've killed over the years. But her, she was the only one who ever escaped. She was the one that got away. I just have to win Calypso's stupid little contest, and any prize I ask for will be mine. When I win, he's going to send me where she's been hiding all these years. And this time, I'm going to finish what I started. This time, I'm going to make her bleed.
I let everyone down. I let my fans, my friends, and myself down. Maybe people are right. I'm just a fan. You know what? No. I didn't walk out with the win, but I proved that I can hang with the best. I proved that I belong in that ring. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to be my biggest fan. You wanna know why? Because Izzy Moreno has arrived.
All right, well, we just heard from Izzy Moreno, who made her debut earlier tonight.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso.
This is WrestleVerse, ladies and gentlemen, where anyone goes. This is Payback, and we heard between Jimmy Uso and John Cena, who is returning here.
Well, we've been watching John Cena on the WCW going at it with the Nature Boy Ric Flair as the battle of 16-time world champions. But now Cena has made it clear he is coming back home to the WWE, and he's not here for a night, he's here for a season.
And making his in-ring debut, or return, I beg your pardon, return here to the WWE, John Cena.
And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
Well, the man who preaches hustle, loyalty, and respect. I don't know how much respect he's going to get from people like me, however, when you get out there, start saying some of the stuff he said to Jimmy Uso, that the wrong Uso quit. And let me tell you something right now. That's family business, and that's none of his. And he may find out that coming back here is one thing, but when you start to mess around with the bloodline, you may have opened up a can of worms that you're not ready to deal with.
Referee calls for the bell. Action's underway as these two tie up in the middle of the ring. How much do you think ring rust might play a role in this one?
Well, you know what? One thing we know about John Cena, no matter whether you like him or not, and I know this crowd is generally divided right down the middle, he's always in top condition. Even when he's over in Hollywood doing his thing, he's still getting in that gym on a regular basis, still keeps his body in great shape, as you can see. The only thing I would question is how's the cardio doing? Jimmy Uso, he's doing his cardio every night of the week over here in the WWE, and John Cena has taken a few years away. I'll be wanting to see what happens when this match gets to the 5-10 minute mark, whether he still has any gas left in the tank or not.
Indeed, a very astute observation by my colleague.
That's because I'm the man who calls it like it is.
Indeed. Cena right now, rake of the eyes by Jimmy Uso. And Uso early on doing pretty well against the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. Goes for the cover, hooks a leg. Referee's on the spot with a 1 count.
Well, you're going to have to do a whole lot more to John Cena than that in order to keep him down, but I think he will over time.
Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, the World Tag Team titles will be on the line in our main event. The Nexus, currently undefeated here in the WWE. Will that remain the case? And if so, what will happen if they were able to secure tag team gold here tonight? Goes for the splash and nobody home.
Well, Cena baited him in there and made it work out for himself, and I can't blame him for that. If you can make somebody bite, go for it. But right now, Cena better figure out a few more moves because it's going to take a whole lot more.
And now Uso has him up across the shoulder and dropping Cena head first into the turnbuckle. We've seen that tonight play out. Big clothesline. And Cena has him up. Attitude adjustment. It could be all over.
He's got him down in the middle of the ring, and it doesn't look good.
Cena able to get him, but not for the 3 count. He got a 2 count now. Cena says, "You can't see me." 5-knuckle shuffle, and it connects.
Oh, he was going to go for it one more time, and Jimmy pops him up, and nicely done, Samoan drop.
Referee there, counting the shoulders, and Cena coming out the back door. From the top rope, big splash, cover, hooks the leg. Cena watching the hand come down, almost a 3rd time.
Well, I'll tell you, that wasn't exactly the most convincing kick out I've ever seen, and I'm not even sure why the referee stopped her count.
Nice jawbreaker right there as Cena mounting and hammering away with those big right hands, and it looks like Uso has been busted open.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten a broken nose with one of those clenched fists.
Want to send a shout out to Juan Cordero watching us here live on the Nation Network. This is Payback, ladies and gentlemen. And now Cena sends him out low. What's he got in mind here? There's the Bulldog.
Uso better come up with something right away because he's in a whole lot of pain and trouble. I don't know. He got his world rocked with that one.
Cena with that sit-out powerbomb and now follows it up with an elbow drop to the back. Nice drop kick right there by Uso. Sends Cena crashing to the canvas. Back and forth, the battle continues to rage on. What a night. We have seen some tremendous wrestling here this evening.
Well, we've had a little bit of everything. We've had some surprise opponents. We've had some big wins. Title defenses. Still have a big one to come.
Uso dropping the elbow. And Cena rolls out to the floor. Now here comes Jimmy over the top rope. Oh, my word.
Well, he definitely landed that one, and he took everything he had.
Cena manages to come out the back door, though, and now with a Bulldog on the floor. Better pay attention to the referee's count. We saw earlier tonight what happens when you don't. Both men back in the ring. Cena to the rope. Big shoulder block. Goes again, and there's another one. And there's that belly to back, and he drives him into the canvas.
Well, he was getting ready to go for the five-knuckle shuffle, but Jimmy got up in time to avoid it.
Cena just got caught going in there, and nobody home. Uso is stunned. Cena has him up. Nice suplex, took him over with authority. Here's the Irish whip back out front. The two men collide. Nobody gaining the advantage there, but oh, he's got him off. Attitude adjustment. Jimmy Uso flat in the middle of the ring. And he got him.
Well, I'll tell you what, welcome back, I suppose, to John Cena. He and Jimmy went back and forth, and there were moments where I thought Jimmy was going to send him packing back to Hollywood, but at the end of the day, he found a way to get it done.
Here is your winner,
John Cena victorious, and welcome back indeed to the WWE. Stick around, fans. The main event, tag team titles on the line when we return.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer. As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Buy yours online in 42 states at ultrarightbeer.com.
Tastes like freedom.
All right, fans, we are back and ready for the tag team title defense.
Well, Sami Zayn moving around pretty well for a guy who got laid out a few weeks ago by the Nexus.
How much of that do you think is legitimate and how much of it do you think is for show? Perhaps trying to psychologically gain an advantage over the opposition to show that he's back at 100% when perhaps.
Well, perhaps not that I can tell you right now. There's no way he's at 100% after what they did to him 3 weeks ago.
Ilya Dragonov, JD McDonough, the two members of the new Nexus that are going to represent tonight.
Well, we mentioned it before, but it bears reminding everyone they haven't lost anything since they've been here. Since the return, they have absolutely smoked through all the competition. Everyone they faced, whether it was in a match, whether it was in a back alley, doesn't matter. They've come out on top, and every altercation will tonight be the same.
Notable by his absence here at ringside, Wade Barrett, I'm surprised, has not shown up for this one.
Well, I can tell you for a fact, I know he was in the back. I saw him myself earlier. I saw him on the phone. I don't know who he was talking to, but he was on the phone with somebody, so I know he's here.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 367 pounds, Ilya Dragonov and JD McDonough, the Nexus. And their opponents at a combined weight of 478 pounds. They are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Well, I'm a little bit confused right now. Is it just the Raw Tag Team titles? I thought it was the Unified Tag Team titles.
Well, my understanding is both of those championships are on the line here tonight, even though only the Raw titles have been announced. We may need further clarification if new champions are crowned indeed as to what that means and what it looks like. In the meantime, if you're Ilya Dragunov, you're just going to focus on what's happening here right now as Kevin Owens dropping him with a DDT. Way to start a match out. High impact maneuver, and now look at this.
Well, Dragonov, he's not a big guy by any stretch of the imagination, but he's as tough as nails. And he has proven time and time again in NXT that he can give and take as much as need to be to get a victory.
Sami Zayn coming up now. Oh, look at this. Look at this, chopping away. Dragunov now driving the knees to the midsection. Ilya Dragunov in control early on in this one. We'll see if that remains the case. And another reversal as he gets out of trouble. Smart move. You don't want to let Kevin Owens take you to the corner.
No, neither team does, and that's the whole thing about tag team wrestling. Can you control it? Can you keep your opponent on your half of the ring? The team that does is likely going to be the winner.
And now Kevin Owens has him up across the shoulders. What's he going to do with him? Drops him straight on his back, and now Dragunov out to the floor. Referee trying to contain Kevin Owens. Owens with a drop kick to JD McDonough off the apron.
Well, McDonough wasn't even doing anything yet, but you know what? Kevin Owens figured, hey, I'm in the ring, my opponent's on the floor, let me make something out of this, and he did.
There's the Irish whip now. Leapfrog perfectly executed. Drop down, nicely done as well. Comes back up, back body drop. Oh, what's good for the goose, good for the gander, I suppose. Splitting the uprights, as they say. Tag is made. JD McDonough now, the legal man for the Nexus.
Well, he's in there for the first time tonight. Kevin Owens probably needs to make the tag, but I'll tell you, Sami's still out on the floor right now. He's not going to be much use to him.
Owens has him.
You know, one other thing that the champions have to keep in mind right now, as far as I'm concerned, not only do they have to worry about what their own personal or physical conditions may be after all these events of the recent weeks, but right now we only see 2 members of the Nexus, and one thing we know about them is they run in packs.
McDonough now lighting Sami up with those forearms and punishing him right in front of his tag team partner.
And look how quickly Sami's gone down. I'm telling you, he's not at 100%. He can't be, not after what these guys did to him.
Tag made, now the double team by the Nexus, sending Sami to the ropes. Double back body drop. Oh, there's that senton once again. Dragonov stomping away on Sami Zayn. And continues to work the upper body and the ribs. Nice move right there by Sami Zayn. Pop up into a drop kick, goes for the cover, hooks the leg. And gets a 1 count. Ilya Dragonov back up. To the ropes he goes. Oh, he got caught. German suplex, nicely done. And Sami Zayn through the ropes.
Wow, we just took him out here on the floor. Dangerous move in general, but even more so knowing the injuries that Sami's been nursing.
Look at that devastating back edge knife chop to the chest, and that floored Sami Zayn.
Well, this is what I've been talking about. Sami's in there, and he's not at 100%.
And again, the double back body drop. Doing its damage now. JD McDonough pulling Sami up. Oh, look at Sami coming up with a series of rights, and now Captureplex. To the ropes, back out front, McDonough. Got caught, German suplex, shoulders are down, Sami Zayn, almost had it.
Well, that was a big surprise right there, and I don't think JD McDonough was expecting that one.
Sami Zayn handing out a little bit more punishment before making the tag, and now here comes Kevin Owens. KO. Oh, boot to the midsection. And now has him in the package, pile driver. No, he sits out with a slam instead.
And that did a lot of damage to JD McDonough right now. Look at Kevin Owens, got words for him.
Was going for the stunner. Not going to happen. JD McDonough now to the corner. Dodged a bullet there, no doubt about it. Tag is made, and now double team into a 3D. Sami Zayn has him. Up in the air. Brain buster. JD McDonough is in trouble.
Oh, Ilya Dragonov, nicely done right there, and he just caught him, and now Sami paying a little bit of the price right there.
McDonough breaking it up just in time to make the save. Here's that drop kick. The name of this event is Payback, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a lot that they want to get paid back for. Throws them back into the ring, which is the right move. JD with that nice standing moonsault. Slowly back up he comes, and now look at this. What's he going to do with him here? Drives him hard into the canvas. Kevin Owens taken down. Sami's in trouble. That Japanese arm drag connecting. And now Sami Zayn in the wrong part of town. Tag is made. Here comes a double team by the Nexus.
Kevin Owens still out on the floor. He's not going to be any use to him. There's a double shoulder block. We might have new tag team champions.
And we do! New tag team champions crowned here at Payback. Are you kidding me?
Well, I hate to be the one to say I told you so, but guess what?
Ladies and gentlemen, history made here at Payback. As we take a look at some of the replay here. But I've got to tell you, I think the damage that had been done to Sami Zayn leading up to this match.
New Raw Tag Team Champions, Ilya Dragonov and McDonough, the Nexus.
We're still going to have to get a clarification about that as well, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? What the? Are you kidding me?
Well, now I've seen everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hottest free agent in professional wrestling.
Yeah, as of a few hours ago.
CM Punk has shown up here in the WWE.
Well, somebody called the weatherman because hell must have frozen over.
Fans, we're out of time. We gotta go.